I'm Azrael Knox. Welcome back to Azrael Glances At. This week we have Master of Darkness. This was basically Sega's answer to Castlevania. I bought this the same day that I bought Land of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse for $5. Now that sounds like a steal, and it basically is, but not in the best condition. Uh, Cartridge isn't in the greatest condition. I don't know how somebody managed to do that. The whole top's missing, so I would probably peg that up to sibling rivalry, one of them not wanting the other one to play it, and trying to rip the label off and hide it. I do have the instruction manual. There's not much to see in the instruction manual. My guess on the cartridge is a guess based off of experience. Speaking of experience, great game. I have finished it a couple of times, but it is a bit lengthy. Alright, so let's get into the gameplay on that. Right, let's get into the gameplay on Master of Darkness. Before I do this, there is a lot of flashing lights in this one. So if you have epilepsy or migraines or whatever, be careful. And the legend goes that the full moon brings with it horrible events. Like looking in the mirror. So this is basically Sega's answer to Castlevania. It's pretty good with the cutscenes. Have you not heard the legend of he who rises with the full moon, the legend of the vampire? I think you're thinking of werewolves there, Chief. Yep, so at the time in London, the rising of the full moon meant the coming of yet another gruesome murder. The following morning would always bring the discovery of yet another body completely drained of blood. Dr. Social knew that there was something supernatural at the heart of the mystery and began investigating. What are you, a psychologist or what? Calling on the powers of the Ouija board, Social learned that at the Thames River, horrible events beyond human imagination were taking place. I couldn't think of a joke for that one. Graphics are pretty good. All I got's a fucking pocket knife. And I'm just going to stab a fucking homeless guy with it, because why not? It's Victorian England, what do you expect? So, yeah, this is pretty much just Sega's answer to Castlevania. And that's their floor chicken. I'll probably get to the first boss and then I'll call it there. I don't need to break all the masks. I currently have the oak staff. I did warn you about flashing lights. Stray dog. Random ball. I'm pretty sure there's more potion down in that wall, but I don't need it. Now, if I remember correctly, Social is a paranormal investigator? Or parapsychologist or something like that? I don't know why they called him Social. He's not very social, he's just going around smacking people with a fucking oak stake. And he's attacking the bats. The dogs I can understand. Because if I got a fucking dog coming at me and I've got a big wooden oak cane, I ain't standing around getting mauled. Alright, so I'm gonna wait for that boat, just in case I miss. Nope. I do prefer the oak cane as a weapon. I will leave the bomb. The oak cane has the best reach, but it's not the strongest weapon. Yep, got zombies coming out of the river, which, considering it's the Thames, that's not surprising. And I was mistaken, it is actually the saber that has the longest reach. The oak staff is just a hell of a lot faster. I do not want the saber. The saber takes a couple of seconds. Alright, I was lucky that was a potion. Like, the saber takes like a split second longer. Why would I go back to the pocket knife? The saber takes a split second longer to attack than the oak stake. Yes, I will swap that out for the pistol. More potion. If you wanted to finish this game, it'd probably take you about an hour and a half, 2 hours if you know what you're doing. If you really know what you're doing, maybe an hour. The last time I checked how much this was going for, not that I care about that kind of thing, a decent copy condition was going for about $300, but that was the last time I checked, and that was a while ago. Alright, grab that extra life, not that I'm going to need it. I didn't mean to pick up the bombs. But no, this is basically Sega's answer to Castlevania, so it's got the sub-weapon, it's got the sub-weapons. I mean, if you didn't know that those were zombies, they'd just look like homeless people. I mean, yeah, considering how polluted the Thames is, it's not surprising they're coming out of there. I don't know what those orbs are for other than points. Alright, so... Yep, should be up to the first boss soon. You're not going to believe who the first boss is. Actually, I will take the axe. It doesn't have as much reach as the oak stake, but it will take care of the boss pretty quickly. If I can get to the boss. Just gotta get past these fucking ghosts. Alright, I've already got the bomb, so I might as well just double down on it. Bombs can be useful against the boss. Don't shoot me in the ankles. Alright, I'm pretty sure there is a health potion on the other side there. And I'm pretty sure that is going to be an axe. Okay. I wasn't sure it was going to be an axe or something else. Because what the game likes to do is that. It'll give you a weapon and it'll just randomly swap it out on you. So you're like, beauty, I got the axe. I'm going to use the axe against the boss. Because it'll take out quite a lot of health on the boss. Yeah, like, it's just basically saying to me, before I get up to the boss, use the fucking axe, you dickhead. Boomerang could be useful, but I've already decided I'm using the bombs. Alright, more potion. Okay, so look, music-wise, great. Graphics-wise, decent. Would I prefer this over Castlevania? I don't have a preference. I really don't have a preference. That's... I seriously don't have a preference. They both got their strengths. They're both good games. Except when it tries to give me the fucking dagger back. Alright, what's in here? Potion. I'm pretty sure the boss is up there, so I'm probably going to need that. But maybe not, because I've got the axe and the bombs. Yep, this is the boss. Ah, you wish to hinder me. Yeah, look how much health that's just taken off the boss. Like, anything else would only be taken off about half of that. Like, look at the bombs. I know that one took off a full hit. Alright, there we go. And there goes the boss. And who was the boss? We'll find out in a moment. You managed to defeat my Jack the Ripper, that's alright. All that happened here was he was under my control. It was fucking Jack the Ripper. And the things you've seen so far are just the beginning of the horrors. Go to the House of Wax if you dare. My waxwork figures will be waiting for you. Perhaps you'll be the next wax masterpiece. I need a replacement for Jack the Ripper after all. And I'm going to call that there. Because I'm glancing at this, I'm not playing it all the way through. Because I'm tempted to play it all the way through. Okay, so let's see what Stable Diffusion cooked up for next week. Okay, so this is what Stable Diffusion spat out for the next game. There are clues. There's a thing there. There's another thing here. There's a thing here. This is a big clue. There's another clue here. If you can guess it based off of this image, you're a lot better than me. So type your guesses into the comments. Also, that looks like Brum.